I should really stop coming to this fish shop. I was just doing some work around Kidsgrove area, and I thought I'd nip in, and I saw a special fish, so I had to get it for the aquarium. So I'll meet you back home and I'll show you what it is. Right, so we are back at the fish tank, and I've got him acclimating up here, and you can't really see him. But the only thing is, he is a bit small for this tank. I'm worried about the Oscars, but if I see any problems, I will take him out immediately. But I didn't really want to put him in this tank because I've got little tetra in there at the moment and I don't fancy them getting eaten either. So, big reveal, let me get him out and show you what he is. And here we go. And this fish is probably completely and utterly unrecognisable. If I saw it in a pet shop, I'd have a good look at it to see what it actually is. But there you go, good shot of him there. And this fish is a peacock bass. And before you go in the comments, I know this fish can get very big. This is a 240 litre tank, and this is a grow-out tank. The game's going to a 6-foot tank, and then eventually, if he needs more room than the 6-foot tank, he will go into a bigger tank or an indoor pond maybe. Just an excuse to get more fish tanks. I'm not getting really complaining, am I? So here he is. Let's pop the bag. But first of all, let's feed these fish so they're nice and full, so no one picks on him. And as you can see, the Oscars again going up straight away. They've not eaten yet today, so they will get a nice pinch now. So I've drained out the water and I've got him in here, and let's pop him in. So let's get him in the water. Does he want to swim out? Maybe we'll take him a bit lower, where the flow's a bit lower. Go on, buddy. There we go. Very nice. They do seem, I've got these from the fish shop today, they seem a bit skinny, so they definitely need a bit of chunking up. Definitely. So I'll give you an update on him in the morning and try to get some feeding shots of him as well. He keeps trying to give him some stirk. The next day, just got back to my house and the fish is looking amazing. Peacock bass is doing good. No one else has been eating in the tank, so that's alright as well. But yeah, let's give him a bit of food, see if he wants to eat. I've literally got 5 pellets in my hands. Pop them in and see if he fancies eating. So the guppies won't be able to fit this in the mouth, so this is for him, and his mouth is absolutely huge. But we'll have to see if he's ready to eat. And peacock bass are known to be fussy with pellets, so it's going to be quite hard to get him on pellets. As you can see, he's just nibbling at the plants. He always does it. We also need a name for this little guy because he hasn't got a name, and I just keep calling him peacock bass, and I feel really mean just calling him peacock bass. So let me know any names down in the comments below. Oh yeah, I also forgot to explain. I'll roll the clip now of him getting chased in this tank by the 2 Oscars. He was okay. They didn't actually catch him because he's a lot more agile and faster than the Oscars. But I chucked him in here. He'll be in here for a couple of weeks, hopefully, just while I bulk him up, because he does look a bit skinny at the moment. So I'll bulk him up a bit and hopefully get him in the other tank. Right, I'm going to try something else. I'm going to get a pellet and crush it up, see if he'll eat that. Right, so it has been probably about a week since I got the little peacock bass, and as you can see, this tank's got a lot of algae on, so we will be sorting that soon. But I've just been to the fish shop. Obviously I went to the fish shop, where else would I go? And I just picked up a siphon because for some reason I don't have one, so a little siphon here, which is good. It cost me like £6, so not bad at all. And I got some suction cups because this filter heater doesn't have any suction cups on it, so I got them. And unfortunately I had to get some anti-white spots because I had a little neon tetra in this tub here, and he got white spots, and somehow my Oscar in this tank and also my peacock bass have got a couple of white spots, but not a bad amount, so I've got that to help with that. And I ran out of AquaSafe, so got some tap water safe water treatment, and then I've got a little heater for this tank. So let's take this little heater in for a start. When I said heater, I meant thermometer, but if I move this ring light here, that thermometer is in there, and only because I don't know what temperature this tank's sitting at, and I can't really check, but it is quite high actually. It is about 28, 29 degrees, so I'm going to turn the heater down in this tank now. So I've set that heater for 27 degrees. The reason I put it up, I put the heater to about 30 degrees because the heater wasn't working properly or something, but apparently it's starting working now and it's kicked on and it's working. Well, this tank is just like a little grown tank at the moment. It's just like a little hospital tank because now these fish have got white spots as well, but I've got my little Oscar in there, which is only temporary because he was getting picked on by the bigger Oscar in this tank and he wasn't looking too great, and he was sitting at the top of the tank just up there floating on his side. So I quickly acclimated him to this tank and chucked him in, and him and the peacock have been getting on fine, and even these little guppies have been fine, so that is good. But the peacock has grown quite a lot in size already, so let me stick a bit of this in and then I'll show you the size of the peacock. So what I need to do, I need put 10 ml per 200 litres of aquarium water every day on every other day. So the first day, third day, fifth day and seventh day. So this is a 60 litre tank. So what would I need? So I need 3 ml of this to go into this tank right now. So let's do that now. So there is 3 ml, and let's stick it into the water and try help out these fish. And I just realised I probably should have showed you the fish before because I didn't realise it was going to be fluorescent blue, apparently. So let me try and show you some shots of this peacock now. So there you can see the peacock bass. That's next to my hand, but he is far away from the glass. And you can see a couple of white spots on his top fins and places like that, but the Oscar has got more white spots on him, as you can see on his fins. It's not looking too great and it's probably very irritable for him. So I got this as fast as I can. I literally found out about the spots yesterday and I've got this now to help him out. So I'll show you a shot between the peacock bass now and when I first got him about 2 weeks ago. And I have been feeding him as much as I can, and obviously it goes where the algae is. I've been feeding him as much as I can to try and get him nice and healthy. And I also just realised it is water change day and I just put this in, so I think that could be a bit of a problem. I just have to make sure I keep topping this up every other day, but it is water change day. I'll give the tank a clean as well, but that should be for another video. So I will show you more about this peacock now. So the peacock has been doing great. He's been eating loads and he has been getting on with the other Oscar down there, and this big tank is doing well. Hopefully soon he can go in there. I just want to make sure he gets enough food in here so we can grow and get to his full potential, so we don't get picked on by this big bully, because he is a big bully right there. This tank is already out today, but as you can see, they're just always hungry. Even the clown lopes, it's the bottom dweller, is swimming around trying to get some food. But yeah, this tank's looking absolutely stunning. The water is crystal clear. A bit of algae on the back, but that's fine. But the water is crystal clear. Like if I zoom in there, it barely even looks like there's water in the tank. So this tank is crystal clear. This tank just needs a bit of work with the algae. The water is crystal clear, but needs a bit of work with the algae. So as you can see on some thermometer, it is a bit high. It's about 29 degrees, and this one is sitting at about 25, which is a bit better. But yeah, he's definitely chunked up. He's definitely a lot fatter than he was when I got him from the fish shop, as you can see. So hopefully I will have a look at the videos of before and after and see how much he's actually grown. But this Oscar's definitely showing signs of irritation. As you can see, the white dots on his fins, unfortunately, but he's rubbing himself up against things, so he's definitely feeling a bit irritated. The peacock hasn't even really got many noticeable ones on there, but when he puts his dorsal up, there is a couple on there which you can kind of see, even though it's down, there's one like at the top there. But the peacock is definitely got a lot less, but he's got one or two. So yeah, we've treated the tank. Peacock's looking good and all the other fish are looking good. No one in this tank have got white spots or anything. It might be because this can be caused from stress. So when I put these fish, when I originally put the peacock and the Oscar in here, I had to move very fast and I chucked them in here. I did a small acclimation. I didn't have much time because they were both not looking too great because they were both being picked on. The peacock was fine, he didn't get nipped or anything, but he was very stressed out, so he was kind of like flopping about. So I'll try and get him in this tank as fast as possible. So it could have been caused from that stress, which is my bad on my behalf, but every error is a learning curve, so I'll learn from it and I'll take that into consideration when I do anything like that in the future. But I hope you've enjoyed this week's video of me getting this brand new peacock bass, and if you want to see more fish content, if you want to find out more about what happens with this tank with the white spots, let me know down below in the comments. And other than that, I will catch you in next week's video. I post every Sunday at 3 PM and I post YouTube shorts every day at 3 PM also. So I'll catch you next week.